They have their folders, yes. Thank you, Tanya. Sorry about that. We've got to get folders for the rest of the team this time. Yeah, it's just an odd, because it's a organizational meeting.
Right, yeah.
You're doing the
Swearing in first. Then we'll do
after the
officers.
pledge.
come down, open into a full business session. And the first thing I'd like to do tonight is have you all rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I have been elected for a few minutes anyway to be the president pro tem to start off the board meeting, and the first item of business will be to swear in our new board members. Sean, if you'd like to do the honors. Matt, we'll have you first up.
Thought we were gonna go in alphabetical order.
Sorry.
I state your name.
I, Matthew Steele,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as board member
as board member
in and for the Mason City School District,
in the City School District,
Warren County, Ohio,
Warren County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
during my term of office.
during my term of office.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Matt. Next up is Desiree Batchy, beginning of her second term.
I state your name.
I, Desiree,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as board member
as board member
in and for
in and for
the Mason City School District,
the Mason City School District,
Warren County, Ohio,
Warren County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
during my term of office.
during my term of office.
Congratulations. Well done.
Sean, I have a question for you. We have the tax budget hearing. Did you take care of that with, okay, that's what I thought. Thank you very much. So the next item of business, congratulations, Desiree, by the way.
Thank you, Connie.
Next item of business will be the election of officers for the coming year. And at this time, I will take a nomination for the president.
I nominate Charles Galvin to be board president for another term.
Any other nominations? Discussion? Okay. Sean, please take the vote.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Mrs. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
5-0.
Congratulations. And Sean, if you would administer the oath to Charles.
I state your name.
I, Charles Galvin,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as president
as president
in and for
in and for
the Mason City School District,
the Mason City School District,
Warren County, Ohio,
Warren County, Ohio,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
during my term of office.
during my term of office.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Charles. And I will
Thank you.
give you your title tile back. Oh, you gotta take the other one off.
Oh, all right. I'll swap you.
Yeah, you have to give me mine back too. And I'll hand the meeting straight over to you.
All right, thank you, Connie.
You're welcome.
All right, the next item is the election of vice president. Are there any nominations?
I nominate Ian Orr for board vice president.
All right, any other nominations? Any discussion? Hearing none, Sean, please call the roll.
Mrs. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
5-0.
Congratulations, Ian. Sean, will you administer the oath?
I state your name.
I, Ian Orr,
Do solemnly solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Ohio,
of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge my duties
discharge my duties
as Vice President
as Vice President
in and for
in and for
the Mason City School District,
the Mason City School District,
Warren County, Ohio,
Warren County, Ohio,
to the best of my
to
ability
the best of my ability.
during my term of office.
This is my term of office.
Well done.
All right, congratulations again, Ian. Mainly on getting through that oath. That's,
You chopped it up for me, right? Like
I
I
know.
wasn't imagining
if
that.
you're not,
Ask him to do that for me.
if you're not, if you haven't gone through that, it's a long time being in that moment, longer than it looks.
Made him memorize it.
Yeah.
You guys did great.
All right, thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
Okay,
Trade seats,
Oh, we're trading seats. So you move
usually.
a seat, friend. Yeah.
We're moving.
I've got
Oh,
used to my.
Oh, you sat over here as
my
Vice
part of the
President?
earth. I've never been on that side.
I drank the water, so.
I'll swap with you. It's closer.
Okay.
Unless Desiree, you want to sit down.
I can have my seat. I've been here.
all right, I think that concludes the election and installation of officers, is that right? Are we on to item 9?
Correct.
All right, the next item on our agenda is our superintendent's presentations. Jonathan?
All right, thank you so much. Tonight, another exciting evening we have prepared for you. Tracy does such a nice job each month and doing something, if you're not familiar with, it's called a wayfinding moment, and where we capture a story where we dive in for a minute to hear a little bit about something that's happening throughout the district. So tonight's wayfinding moment is anchored in the Mason Marching Band. The William Mason Marching Band just recently was in something called the Rose Parade out in Pasadena, California. And so I know Tracy and her family were able to make it out there to see that and celebrate that. And so tonight's wayfinding moment is on our Mason Marching Band.
That's right. On January 1st, our community was able to celebrate a monumental Mason moment when our William Mason High School Marching Band made its Rose Parade debut. Yes, my family and I were lucky enough to sit in the stands on Colorado Boulevard and with some other proud Mason Band families. And, you know, it was just amazing to start getting texts and seeing the social media buzz from all across the country as everyone was so excited about watching our Comets. You know, sitting there, you could hear our band's impressive wall of sound, and the striking visuals just brought big cheers from fans in the stands. And to think that this kind of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it's actually, you know, the band's second time to be earned by our students and directors and families and alumni. And when we think about what the band program is, and it really begins in 6th grade, it really is the place that so many students, but also families, have found their way in Mason. And so we just wanted to highlight tonight kind of this organization's impact and how they go about being a wayfinder for so many people.
One of the coolest things about the whole Mason Band program is the fact that at a school that is so large as Mason, each kid can find a spot to belong. And that's really important, not just in band, but in the school district as a whole. Marching band provides such a great place for many of our student performers, whether they're musicians or whether they're dancers in the color guard. This is really an opportunity where they can find their people and they can find their community. And not only does it happen with the students, but it also expands from there. The parents are brought in to volunteer and they become part of the community. There are people that are in the community that are graduates and alumni, or maybe they were in band at one point. But band is such a special activity here at Mason High School, and it goes really beyond just this nucleus of students all the way out to our larger community.
Going to the Rose Bowl is such a huge and just amazing opportunity. I mean, we get to go out there and represent not only the community of Mason, but also the entire state of Ohio, just on a global level. And it's just so cool to get to be a part of that. And it's also amazing because we get to also represent like our activity on a global level and our part within like the band world.
We're just super fortunate
to be kids that are able to go. There's so many small programs, not just in Ohio, but around the tri-state that would kill to have the opportunities that we do, especially going to California for an entire week, Disneyland, Universal, the Rose Parade. It's just really incredible, and I couldn't have asked for a better marching season out of the 4 years I've been here. Having started with COVID and everything, with our Lucas Oil show up and then getting to go to SoFi Stadium, just the big gap and the jump between that is super cool, and I think it really made up for that time.
Going to the Rose Parade is a huge undertaking. We went before in 2016, and that was our first exposure to the Rose Parade and how such an awesome experience it was for our students. We wanted to do it again, and we applied last year. After getting accepted, it was a whole year-long process of booking travel, figuring out the logistics of how we're going to get all of our equipment out there, plus all the things that go into the performance opportunities as well. We had to learn new music. We had to learn how the parade is going to work. We had to condition to be able to march 5.5 miles on TV all the way down to Colorado Boulevard. So there's a tremendous amount of planning. There's a tremendous amount of teamwork involved. There's parents involved at every level. We could not do this by ourselves. It takes a huge team to put such a great experience like this for our students together. One of the biggest highlights of the trip is getting to see this group of band students bond together. I think that's one of the coolest things about marching band as an activity, is not only do we perform, but we also have the social component. We spend a lot of time together in rehearsals, we spend a lot of time together performing. On this trip, we spent 6 days together traveling around. We had performances, whether it was at Disneyland or the Rose Parade, but we also got to have great bonding experiences where we got to go sightseeing or have dinners together. So that's a really special opportunity that we have as part of this whole Rose Parade trip.
So one of the major highlights for me personally, I think for a lot of other people, was obviously the Rose Parade, but there was this part, it was kind of a little more than halfway through. I know we're all very tired, and we get into this tunnel, and you can just hear sound bouncing off the walls, and we all just got this sense of energy and combined energy, and it pushed us further to get to that 5.5 miles at the end, and that was a really special moment for me that I'll never forget, and I'm sure a lot of people won't forget either.
Yeah, for me, my favorite part of the trip was seeing everybody's kind of push at the end of the season. Our season was already longer than it normally is, and just getting to see everybody kind of like find that strength within themselves to just keep going and keep pushing. Just like in the parade, how we, we're walking a whole 5 miles, and of course there's going to be fatigue, but we all pushed through and were able to collectively just create something amazing.
And everyone's reminded why they are in this. When you have to do all these extra practices and rehearse in 30-degree weather outside, everyone reminds themselves why they're in this, and they're in it for the love.
Thank you again, Tracy. Thank you to our William Mason High School Marching Band and all the leaders, the parents that help, and all of our dedicated students. What a great experience. Our second presentation tonight for the superintendent presentation is another amazing group of students. This group of students were the co-ed state champions, and I'm going to ask the coach, GA, if you would go ahead and take the mic here and then introduce. I know you have some captains that are going to come speak and share a little bit about the experience of winning state as a co-ed group going. And I think this is the first time heading to. So tell us a little bit about the experience that you all had.
This is the first time Mason Ultimate has won the mixed state tournament. I want to thank the board for inviting us out here and having us come out and be a part of this to introduce our team. And not that you wanted to say one of your babies is your favorite baby, but this team is probably my favorite team because they just came together. They were seeded number 4, and so they had to overcome some obstacles to get there, but it's because of the captain's leadership. We really try hard to have our team lead, and so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to introduce 3 of our 5 captains that are here and have them come up and really tell you what makes Mason Ultimate Mason Ultimate. We're going to have Kayla Tomarat, Joy Youngquist, and Brady Smith. If you 3 would please come up and talk about our team.
Thank you, Mason School Board, for recognizing Mason Ultimate tonight. I would like to introduce our coaches, G.A. Rentingale, Michael McCoon, Adele McCoon, Steve Tong, Randy Smith, as well as our other coaches who could not make it tonight. Christine Baxter, Zach Kaler, Mike Dixon, Landon Sager, Kevin Bauman, Jalar Sylvester, and Lisa and Soon Tamarat. In addition to these dedicated coaches, I would like to acknowledge the Mason Comets Ohio Mixed High School Championship team for the dedication and hard work this season. Our captains Drew Gasson and Zach Lynch, Anna, Disha, Batiste, Andrew, John, Isaac, Liam, Owen, and Bradley. Alongside 6 8th graders, Beckett, Connor, Ethan, Izzy, Nasley, and Isidore. Congratulations and thank you Mason Mixed Ultimate for bringing home a state championship.
First off, I'd like to thank the support of the Mason School District, our principals Bobby Dodd and Jay Rudder and Eric Messer, the athletic department Scott Stemple and Dr. Jen Mott, our activities directors Lori Howard and Carrie Piper, and the coaches for all the hard work they put in, the mentoring they do, and being good role models both in the game and out of the game. Also, we'd like to thank the parents for setting up the tents, bringing food, driving their players to and from practice and games. Mixed Ultimate is a 4-3 gender mix. In high school, it's normally 4 boys and 3 girls due to other schools not having enough female matching players. Boys and girls each need to pull half the time, a pull being a throw by defense after halftime or after a score. Usually genders match up on defense, however anyone can guard anyone on the field. Ultimate is growing in the 2023 and 2024 school year. We have had and have over 100 boys and over 50 girls sign up, and we are continuing to grow.
So our league here consists of a lot of different schools, but the 5 that participated in the tournament consists of Sycamore, Lebanon, XUA, which is St. X and St. Ursula, and Westerville, and us ourselves. So how the tournament worked, it was basically like a round robin, and Mason was seeded 4th, and we had to play all 4 games in one day, which is pretty tough, actually. So the first round, we actually had a bye, which was great because we all got to sleep in, and it was amazing. All the other teams had to play a game like really early, had to drive all the way up to Columbus. It was crazy. Our first game was Sycamore, number 1, and it was a tough first game. Seeded first, it was like pretty back and forth the whole time, but we managed to get the victory with a score of 9-7. Our second game was Lebanon, seeded 5th, so pretty high to low level game. It was pretty good. We got to have our higher players rest a little bit, and our younger players were able to step up and get more playing time. And then our third game was, I think, our hardest, was XUA, seeded number 2nd. It was an insanely rough game, back and forth all game. We were tired after 2 games as well. And we barely scraped away with 10-8 as the final score. And then our last game, we realized that we won the state tournament with our 3 previous games, according to Westerville's record. They were ranked 3rd, and we were able to just kind of relax and get everyone enough playing time and be able to improve. Lots of playing time for everyone. I'm really thankful about the opportunity for Mason Ultimate to come in front of the school board and continue to grow our program. Thank you.
All right, any questions, comments from the board?
About how long does a game take? Like, you played 4 in one day, so how long would one match take?
Well, it's a game to 13 or 15, right? Yeah, and there's a time, I forget how long it was. 90-minute game.
Nice. That's a long time.
It could be shorter, though. Is 90's the cap?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Gotcha.
if you're destroying someone and get to 13-2, it kind of cuts it
Gotcha.
off.
Okay.
Didn't sound like it got there. It sounds like you guys had to dig deep. How was it integrating middle schoolers that we're used to seeing our high schoolers here? I think it was 6 in a row, 7 in a row, 7, 3. But you've got middle schoolers on the team, so tell us how you guys worked with kids that aren't even in your building.
It was pretty easy, actually. We met them during practices, and we kind of practiced together, so we kind of met them at the start of the season. And it was really fun to watch them grow as they learned more skills throughout the season.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Our middle schoolers are really, really good at this level. Like back when I was in middle school, I think I played in 8th grade. I was definitely not as good as them. And the program that we have going on at the middle school is actually going really good. Like, we didn't have the opportunity, like my class, we didn't have the opportunity to play Ultimate Frisbee in middle school, but now we're getting that, the sport to the younger people so they can have more time to practice and get to a higher level.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was just going to say that this is an incredible accomplishment, but what's really cool being kind of on a cutting edge sport here in Mason, you're setting the bar high for accomplishment, but you're also paving the way for other students in the district. So, I mean, you got to see it right on your team where the experience of the middle schoolers was beyond what yours was. And the reason for that is because you all as leaders had stepped through that and paved the way for them. So congratulations. Thanks for sharing your experience with us tonight.
I feel like I should know this, but I'm not quite sure. Do you play this sport in other seasons? Like, this is probably your primary season, like football, but baseball's in the spring, but there's fall leagues. Do you guys play this sport all year long?
So in the summer, we have a program called Bullseye that goes to, or in the area at least, that goes, is a competitive team, and you can go up to Colorado. And there's one during the summer, and I know that there's the mixed season in the fall, and there's also like the spring season, which is single gender.
Okay, interesting. So it keeps you in shape.
Yeah, it's basically like club in the summer and then school in the fall and spring. We get to go to big trips out west for the club tournaments as well. We went to Colorado this past year, and then we went to Wisconsin 2 years ago.
That's great. Well, thanks for sharing, and congratulations.
And I'd also like to commend, you guys, like Matt said, are setting the bar higher for those that are coming behind you. And we appreciate the work you guys have done to lift that bar. And we also want to acknowledge your parents and your families that are here tonight who no doubt appreciated that first round bye in the state tournament, but who also, they are right there with you guys raising that bar and building this culture around the Ultimate Frisbee program that will be something that, Mason is continuing to be known for, and something that, other families seek out when they are choosing where to go to school and where to, have their kids have awesome experiences like this. So thank you, moms and dads, for the caravans and the cheering on the sidelines and all the other support that you guys provide, and coaches and students as well.
At this time, well, first, congratulations again for all of you and all your hard work. One of the things that we love to hear about is just the spirit of the game, and it always comes through in the way that you speak and talk. And I know GA has talked to me personally about it and shared here at the board meetings in the past. But it does make a difference, and people are watching that, and you not only set the tone for our school, but also for other schools as they're interacting with you. You represent us so well, whether it's in Colorado or Columbus, so we just want to appreciate you. At this time, we're going to invite all of our players just down to shake a hand and grab a bag, and then what we'll do is we'll get you all right here together, and we'll take a team picture with our board, if that's okay. So if you'd come on down. Just come right down here. The board will have bags for you.
Thanks for the sharing. You graduate this year? Next year. Hey, congratulations. Nice work. Well, thank you.
of circled into this front area, yeah.
Well, it's not frisbee golf where you put things. I think I'd like frisbee golf a little bit better.
What?
Frisbee golf. I said I don't know that I'd like that as well as frisbee at my age.
They played it so nice.
You did?
Yeah. I was just looking for something.
It's in the general direction, it's all right.
Let's line up here.
I just need to go run as far as I can, as fast as I can, or like, when I have to remember which direction to go on the field, or like, this is too
Did you guys all get a bag?
Sure you have windows so we can see your faces.
Are you okay? All right, Tracy.
Connie, if you come around the side. Yeah, if you come around the side, Connie.
You just stand on the desk.
Maybe like come around here on the side, this way.
There we go. That's better.
Can we see the face here?
Yeah, as long as he, does that.
Once Miss Carson's done, stay still.
Can you see Matt? Tracy, can you see Matt?
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's great. Okay, one, two, three. Gee, I really stretched there. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Love it.
Don't move, everybody stay there. Let your parents get a quick picture here.
And these are our new hot off the presses frisbee, so it's a different design.
Congratulations, everybody.
Keep it groovy.
Rhythm my ears. This is a thrill, right? Thank you.
Sorry. Later.
Congratulations. Thank you. No, you're great. Congratulations.
I gotta get to the
Ah, yeah.
Scoreboards, they got concession stands.
All right, this is a point in our meeting where we typically take a pause and allow folks to move on with their nights. The Ultimate team is well-versed, having been here 4 times now, so they are not waiting for the directive. So once again, thank you to all of them for coming out tonight.
One of those young men is in the pep band, needs to get over to the game because he was in the marching band as well and this and,
Oh, wow.
you know, taking advantage of all the extraordinary opportunities.
That's right. All right. That's
We'll get there.
who we have tonight.
Lakota West.
Okay, all right.
Our JV
Next,
won and varsity just started, so we're good.
the next item on the agenda is hearing of the public. Do we have any folks tonight, Tracy?
Nothing tonight.
All right, then moving right along, number 11, Board of Education appointments. We have our Ohio School Board Association Legislative Liaison. Let's see, I need a motion for the board to nominate and approve appointments of the OSBA liaison. Sean, do we take nominations for this?
Yes, take a
Okay.
nomination, yep.
All right, do I have any nominations for the OSBA Legislative Liaison? I will nominate Matt Steele.
Seconded.
We don't need a second. Any other nominations? All right, hearing none. Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Orr,
Yes.
Mr. Steele,
Yes.
Mr. Galvin,
Yes.
Mrs. Apache,
Yes.
Mrs. Yingling,
Yes.
5-0.
All right. And next, our Ohio School Board Association Student Achievement Liaison. Do you have any nominations?
I nominate Connie Yingling.
All right, any other nominations? Okay. Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 12, Board of Education 2024 schedule. We've had a chance to review the proposed schedule for this coming year. Do I have a motion to approve the board schedule?
So moved.
Second?
All right, any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 13, action items, superintendent's recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion?
I'll just say that I'm really excited to have Annie step into this role for us. She's well-suited, and she's just a phenomenal servant in the district, like community member, so we're excited to see her step into this role for us.
Absolutely. We all got a chance to talk with Annie earlier this evening. Joe Schroeder has done an excellent job in this role and leaves big shoes to fill, but we feel confident and excited that Annie's fully capable to fill them and take that position by the horns. All right. Sean, please call the roll.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 14, tax advances. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So this actually allows us to receive funds from the county auditor and treasurer's office as they collect the property taxes for the year. Instead of having to wait until the end of the cycle, we can collect them along the way.
Thanks, Sean. Any other discussion? Sean, please call the roll.
Mrs. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 15, establishment of a service fund. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
This just allows us to set up a small fund for the year for the board's professional development.
Great, thank you, Sean. Any other discussion? All right, Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 16, Records Commission, appointing a Records Commission. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So the Records Commission consists of the board president, the superintendent, and treasurer. And basically, the Records Commission will meet during the year to approve any disposal of any records that we have. Those disposals have to follow our records retention schedule for the district, and so that committee will meet and ensure that those do fit with our records retention schedule, and if there's any changes to the schedule, those have to go through this committee as well.
Thank you, Sean. Any other discussion? All right, Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 17, Tax Incentive Review Council Representative Appointment.
So moved.
Do I have a motion?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, you can say it.
So moved again.
Second.
Any discussion?
So Tax Incentive Review Council meets once a year. This allows the treasurer to represent the district at this meeting. Basically, it's a meeting at the county where there's a commission that reviews any kind of economic development incentives, tax abatements, TIFs, those kinds of things, to ensure that the companies are in compliance and that the goals that were set out initially are being followed by those companies. And so I'll represent the district at that meeting.
I say we call the roll before Sean can change his mind. Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
5-0.
Right, item number 18, payment of bills, investment of funds, and accounting transactions. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
This one just allows us to conduct our operations throughout the year, process bills, make payroll, those kinds of things that we need to do to keep things moving.
Great, thank you, Sean. Any other discussion? Sean, please call the roll.
Mrs. Batchy?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 19, public records representative. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
This one allows the treasurer to represent the district with the public records training. So each year, there's public records training that we go through when fulfilling public records requests and things like that. The board is always obviously welcome to attend those, but this allows us to stay in compliance and for me to attend those on behalf of the board.
Thank you, Sean. Any other discussion? All right, Sean, please call the roll.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Ms. Abachi?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 20, personnel employment between board meetings. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion?
This just gives approval for superintendent to make personnel offering positions and jobs and also accepting resignations between meetings and then bringing that to your recommendation.
All right, thank you, Jonathan.
Thanks.
Any other discussion? All right, Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Ms. Abachi?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 21, disposal of property. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All right, any discussion?
This one just allows us to dispose of any property that, as it says, is valued at less than $5,000. And then we will bring those back to the board for disposal. So whether it's old furniture or things like that, this allows us to do that and then report those back to the board.
Thank you, Sean. Any other discussion? All right, Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Ms. Abachi?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
5-0.
Item number 22, treasurer's report. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
So the one item we have on here tonight is the tax budget. We had the tax budget hearing a little bit earlier. Basically, the tax budget is something that we are required to prepare and submit to the County Budget Commission. So we'll have a tax budget hearing here in a few weeks. County Budget Commission is the county auditor, county treasurer, and county prosecutor. And basically, the main point or purpose of the tax budget is to give a full report to the Budget Commission on how much reserves and dollars are in our bond retirement fund, and to make sure, so they're looking at our bond retirement schedule. We've had a lot of conversation about that over the last few months about how the debt balances for the district have really come down. And so they're looking at the payments that the district is required to make throughout the year and make sure there's enough cash reserves cash coming in to cover all those payments. And so we will approve that tonight, submit it to the Budget Commission, and go through that hearing.
Excellent. Thank you, Sean. Any other discussion? All right, hearing none. Sean, please call the roll.
Mr. Galvin?
Yes.
Ms. Abachi?
Yes.
Ms. Yingling?
Yes.
Mr. Orr?
Yes.
Mr. Steele?
Yes.
5-0.
All right, item number 23, committee reports.
The only committee that has met since our last meeting was the Mason Schools Foundation. Tracy, you want to just highlight a couple things from that meeting way back in December, if you can remember all the way back.
December. The big thing that we were doing, we were finalizing a new website that has now debuted. You can, if you go look at masonschoolsfoundation.org, same domain name, but it is a new updated site. And one of the big news items that you would want to check out is our reading challenge reading begins next week. And donations will be the week after that. So good, important times. And then we said goodbye to our longtime treasurer, Marcia Wise, and we're excited that Martha Hammond agreed to be the treasurer of our Mason Schools Foundation.
That's great.
Thank you, Tracy. All right, item number 24, legislative update.
There is no major activity to share at this time. However, the General Assembly is starting to meet, I believe, this week and next, so we will have more to report on, and I'll keep Matt updated on what's going on there, and we'll report that at our next meeting.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Item number 25, administrator commentary. Tracy?
Nothing for me tonight.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Nothing for me.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Nothing here.
Congratulations to those taking new positions, and thank you for your service. Congratulations, welcome back, and welcome back. Thanks.
All right. Item number 26, board commentary. Kick it to the new guy,
The new, not new
Old
guy.
face, same place.
Matt Steele.
let's not use the word old face. That's true. But I've noticed that's true. Yeah, I just want to just take the opportunity to just say how thrilled I am to return to the Mason School Board. I've loved serving this district since I've been a member of the board, dating back to 2011, but continue to serve after I left the board, and just thrilled to rejoin you all. Congratulations, Desiree, on your reelection. Congratulations, Charles. Congratulations, Ian. Look forward to working with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Desiree?
Well, I'm so happy Matt is back, and I mean that sincerely. He's such a great addition to the board, and just his caring and generous and sweet personality. I am just so glad you're here. So you worked hard, you deserve it. I'm glad you're here. Congratulations. Ian, congratulations on VP. I know you're gonna jump in, both feet and sleeves rolled up, and I know you'll do a great job. So I'm happy for you. And Charles, I'm thankful you will continue to serve as president for another year. You're a great leader of our board, so I appreciate your time. And Connie, just your experience with the board is invaluable. So we are lucky to have, your long-term just experience and values, leading Mason for so many years. So thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. Connie?
Starting with the wings, moving in. Yeah, I'm excited to start another calendar year, see what opens up for Mason this year, what we're able to do. Had a work session tonight, and Jonathan, you gave us valuable, I think, information on the development and continuation of the goals we've been looking at. So I think we're making great progress there. Congratulations, Matt, on coming back to the board. We have missed you. You've been around, and we've appreciated that, especially through your work with the foundation. But congratulations to you and Desiree for being reelected. And Ian, congratulations to your first officer seat and the first African-American officer seat on the board. And I think that's a big deal.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. That's all I have.
Thank you, Connie.
Mr. Vice President?
Mr. President. I like Hamilton too much, so that just made the songs jump in my head. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy to be back. Matt, well done. Glad to have you here. Glad to be able to serve alongside you. Desiree, congratulations. That was something. You got to win like 3 times, which is unprecedented. All the different recounts. Congratulations on President. Thank you guys for trusting me to fill this role. I appreciate the confidence. Thank you for your nomination, Desiree. Just excited about this year. Lots of big things happening and ready to continue that Mason momentum we've got rolling this year. So big things. Let's go Comets.
Thank you, Ian. I also want to congratulate Matt and Desiree on being elected and reelected, really both of you reelected at some point, and just also know that election season is a grind, and I'm sure you are happy to put it in the rear view, even more so when you come down to recount territory. That's always a fun way to sweat it out. So thank you both. Thank you both. Yeah, no, thank you both for being willing to serve and rejoin us on the board. Connie, likewise, thank you for your, as Desiree said, especially with the departure of Kevin, your invaluable institutional knowledge of this community. I think everybody in here, you have seen this district hire at some point or join this district in some way at some point.
Been a lot.
It's not lost on us that we have a valuable asset in you. And Ian, thank you for your words, and congratulations on your filling the vice president role. Excited to see you continue to bring your energy and your skills to the board in this role, and I know our community will be all the better for it. And then I also just want to thank the community and thank my fellow board members for entrusting me to serve again in the president's seat, in the president role. I also just want to take a moment to just acknowledge and say a word of prayer for the Day family, who I believe this is the 3rd year anniversary tonight for JJ Day. So they have done marvelous and great things in our community and turned a personal tragedy into something that we all can come around them with and see the good that they've been able to do with our community in there. So with that, I know we have a exciting basketball game heating up over in the gym, so if there's no other discussion, I would move to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
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 All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
You got it?
Yes.